Hello again, everybody. This is Steve Kallas, speaking of sports, and we're here to preview the AFC and NFC championship games. You know about last week's games. We've already done videos on them that you can look at, but this is going to be the Titans with the big upset of the Ravens going to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, who are expected to win and, of course, came back from that 24-0 deficit to win 51-31. Now, Andy Reid, the coach of the Chiefs, he's 1-8 against the Titans all time. Obviously, that's not very good. Including this year, they lost earlier in the season, 35-32 to the Titans. So on paper, it would look like maybe the Chiefs should not be a 7-point favorite. Even though I still like the Chiefs, the Titans have been unbelievable the last two games, beating teams like the Patriots and the Ravens that most people thought they could not beat. Certainly they can win this game, but I think the Chiefs, with the Mahomes offense clicking on all cylinders now, is just going to be a little better. But the Titans certainly can win. Their defense has been good. Derrick Henry is a beast. He ran like for 166 yards, I think it was, against the Chiefs during the regular season when the Titans won by 3. He's very tough to stop, but I just think after we saw what a healthy Patrick Mahomes can do, 7 possessions, 7 touchdowns in a row. I understand the Titans defense is better than the Texans, but even in the first game, Mahomes was coming back from his ankle injury, and against the Titans, he threw for 446 yards and 3 touchdowns. So the problem in that game was they couldn't score. They only scored the 3 touchdowns. They kicked a bunch of field goals. And in order for the Chiefs to win the game, they're obviously going to have to score some touchdowns. But they have an explosive offense. I think they'll be able to get into the end zone against the Titans as opposed to just settling for field goals. As for the Titans, I saw an interview with Mike Vrabel, their coach, a former Patriot, of course, who beat his old boss Bill Belichick in the first round of the playoffs. He said, look, it's no secret what we're going to do. We're going to run the ball. And I think the Titans will be able to run the ball. The Chiefs are better, but they're not great. Their defense got a lot better the last 6 games of the year. But again, I don't view them to be a great defense, and Derrick Henry is a great runner. Having said that, I think the Chiefs are so explosive that it's going to be a shootout, and that the Chiefs are going to outscore the Titans, and I think they're going to win the game and cover. So that's the AFC preview. I'm going to switch now to the NFC preview, which is going to be short and sweet. San Francisco is so dominant. Was dominant last week against the Vikings. The Packers were all out to hold on at home and beat Russell Wilson in Seattle. I don't think this is a close game. I'm surprised that the spread is also 7 in this game, that these 2 games have a 7-point spread. I would have made this game higher, and I would have made the Chiefs the lower favorite. But it's interesting to me from a gambling perspective, not that I'm a gambler, but from how they set the line perspective, that the lines are exactly the same. But the 49ers got healthy on defense. Last week they got back Kallas Alexander, D Ford, a great pass rusher. They're healthy now, and they look like the defense they were the first half of the year. They were unbelievable. And then they tailed off a little, but that's because Kallas Alexander and D Ford got hurt. And even in that first game against the Packers, where San Francisco destroyed the Packers in San Francisco, so this is the Packers coming back out to San Francisco. Kallas Alexander didn't play in that game, D Ford didn't play in that game, and they still won 37-8. So again, I don't know why it's only 7. I think it's going to wind up much higher. The only hope for the Packers is they have Aaron Rodgers, they have Devontae Adams, they have Aaron James, he's a good runner. But I don't think they can run the ball too well on San Francisco's defense. Don't forget, the Minnesota Vikings got 7 first downs for the whole game last week against the 49ers, and that's the 3rd lowest amount of first downs in the history of the playoffs. So that obviously takes in a lot of space. So I think the 49ers are going to win this game and win it pretty easily, and that would set up, at least in my mind, a Chiefs-49ers Super Bowl. I wouldn't be shocked if the Titans won. I would be totally shocked if the Green Bay Packers won. This is Steve Kallas, speaking of sports. We'll see you the next time.